Welcome back to the Lioness Queen Experience, and I am your host, Leo. I hope that wherever you are and whatever you're doing, that you are experiencing peace, but most of all, blessings overflowing. I want to start this off by thanking everyone who was kind enough to reach out to me and let me know what your opinion was about the very first episode. And I ask that you keep the opinions coming. That is the only way that I am able to not only improve as a content creator, but to also provide you with what it is that you want to hear. Whether negative or positive, I take it as a blessing and as growth. Thank you so much for the support. All right, guys, so it is officially December the 25th, 2022. So it is Christmas Day. So I want to take this time to wish all of you a very Merry Christmas. I hope that you spend today opening up all your gifts, but also spending time with your loved ones. I know a lot of people are on vacation, just like myself. My last day of work was this past Friday, and I'm off until after the new year. So I'm so very excited to have this much needed break. And to those of you who still have to work, go ahead and get that holiday pay, baby, okay? Because we all need money in this world. And for those of you who do not celebrate holidays, I hope that you still have a great day. And this week has been really rough. It's been a lot going on. For me personally, I had to deal with my mother being in the hospital. She got rushed to the hospital this past Monday, and it was very scary for all of us because it was just out of nowhere. I do not remember my mother ever being sick to where she had to be hospitalized. The only time I remember my mother being in the hospital is when she had both my siblings. That was the only time. But other than that, I've never had to deal with seeing my mother as sick as she was. And she ended up being diagnosed with the flu and pneumonia at the same time. And, she had fluid all on the left side of her body. And it was just bad, so I had to deal with that. Plus still go to work, plus bad weather. It was just a very emotion-filled week. But I am happy to report that my mother got out of the hospital yesterday. So she is home, recovering, feeling much better, able to talk. And I am so grateful to God for that, okay? Because it was just like, oh my God, this is a lot to deal with, okay? So, and to some of you who reached out to me, because I only let a few people know, because I realize that a lot of people are also going through a lot of different things. A lot of people are experiencing unfortunate passings of people in their family, in-laws, stuff like that going on. I didn't want to make a big announcement about it as it was going on, because also too, I was trying to process it and deal with it, because I still had to go on with everyday life as this was going on. And those who I have close relationships with, they automatically knew because I speak to them on a regular basis. So to those people, I want to thank you all for, just the support, also for being able to keep my mind together. So to those of you, you know who you are. I appreciate y'all, love y'all, and am just so grateful. Okay. But yes, guys, she is at home recovering. And then now my little sister, who is pregnant, she is actually at the hospital now about to give birth. She was due on the 30th. And it's so funny. I was speaking to her this past week and I told her, I said, I think that you're going to have the baby on Christmas Day. And right now, she is in labor right now. So we should be expecting a very special gift today. So definitely congratulations to my sister. She is having another girl. So we are expecting a niece. So it's a lot going on in my life, y'all. Okay. But I'm glad just to be off, to be able to finally breathe and relax and just be, guys. Okay. Because this has been a really, really rough year for me in so many different ways. But I'm also thankful because my skin has become much thicker. I have learned a lot of lessons that definitely will carry me on to have a successful 2023. I am already claiming it. And to everybody that's listening, I claim it for you as well. We are all going to have a successful 2023, no matter what it is that you're going through, we gonna ride it out to January the 1st. And when January the 1st come, we is leaving all the fuck shit back in 2022 and we is moving on, okay? Up next, the People versus Daystar Peterson, aka Tory Lanez. December 23rd, 2022, a jury in California convicted Daystar Peterson, aka Tory Lanez. They found him guilty of 3 counts of felony firearm charges. He faces up to 22 years and 8 months in prison, plus deportation back to Canada, which is where he is originally from. All of this stemmed from an incident that happened between him and Megan Pete, aka Megan Thee Stallion, back in July of 2020. And I remember Friday night as I was on my way home, because I actually had left work a couple of hours early, maybe about 30 minutes before they actually went on ahead and announced what the verdict was, because I was actually listening to DJ Academics. I had decided to cut out of work because it was the last day. We were doing nothing because the weather was so bad outside. It was a blizzard. The temperatures was ridiculous. We were in the minus degrees or whatever. I decided to go ahead and leave early because I'm like, let me go ahead and take my time and get home. And I didn't want to wait later, to leave work and for the weather to get worse. And so as I was riding home and I was listening to DJ Academics, the verdict went on ahead and came down. It was that he was guilty. Now, when I first heard it, I was a little surprised because I thought that he may be acquitted of the charges. But a part of me also was not surprised when they said that he was guilty. Now, I'm going to make it very clear. I believe he is rightfully so guilty. I believe that Tory did fire the shots that ended up injuring Megan. That's can't be denied. So I'm not in those group of people that feel like, oh, Kelsey the one who did it or Tory didn't do nothing at all. I don't believe that whatsoever. From just the different things that I heard within the trial, and shout out to all the YouTubers that kept us up to date, that actually went to the trial and let the public know what was going on. Y'all all did a phenomenal job. But yeah, I think it was the Sean Kelly witness that really convinced me, like, yeah, Tory shot that damn gun, And do I believe that Kelsey shot the gun? I believe it's possible. She shot maybe 1 or 2 shots, but I don't believe that her shooting that gun is what led to Megan's injuries. I do believe it was Tory. Now, I don't believe that he directly shot at her. I don't believe he said, dance, bitch, dance. I don't believe none of that. I believe that they were all in the heat of the moment, arguing, acting a damn fool, drunk out their mind. He took out the gun, maybe took it away from Kelsey, got the shooting around. The bullet ricocheted, hit Megan in the foot. And that's what I believe happened. And due to the fact that I believe he did that, he deserved to be convicted of that. So I want to make that clear from my opinion. However, I do not feel that he is the only guilty party within this situation. I believe Megan holds some responsibility, and so does Kelsey. I believe all 3 of them hold responsibility for what happened. What you pretty much had was people who did not know how to handle their liquor, people who were dealing with their ego. You had jealousy. You had lack of loyalty. You had just basically nigga shit going on in some rich people's fucking neighborhood that got out of hand. And to me, the negative opinions that Megan is still getting even after the verdict, I do not blame people for feeling the way that they feel, because Megan is the reason why. She is the reason that caused the negative backlash towards her. First of all, by coming out telling a completely different story than what the hell happened. And then even when she did make it clear that she was shot and didn't step in glass, and then finally made it clear who shot her, there are still a lot of details we found out in the trial that Megan chose to leave the fuck out, not including all her antics as we were coming up upon this trial. When she accused Tory of coming out and planting stories, I do not remember that. I remember Megan, the one who kept coming out and speaking. I also remember her so-called friends harassing Kelsey, sending threats to Kelsey online, and Megan was okay with the shit. I remember all of that. Now, did she deserve to have that happen to her? Absolutely not. I'm not saying that at all. But two things can be true at the same time. Two things can be true. Megan contributed to this bullshit, and I'm going to stand on that. And I think the thing that we as women have to stop doing is stop allowing people to use the women empowerment bullshit as a smokescreen to cover they fuck shit. And that's what I feel like Megan did. She profited. Her career went up off of using that. And I feel like that's unfair. Megan played a role in the shit that happened. She popped everything off. Are we the most disrespected in the world? I believe that we are. However, I also think that we as Black women also deal with a issue with being in denial and not taking accountability for how we contribute to a lot of the shit that we go through. We do. In many different areas. And so that's how I feel about that. So, will I say that Megan is a victim? Yes, she is a victim. But she is also manipulative as hell and selfish and willing to do anything and throw anybody under the bus for her career. And I'm going to stand on that. Now, some of y'all listening to this may disagree. You may not like it. I respect your right to not agree with my opinion. But on this show, I'm going to give what I really feel about certain situations. And if my so-called Black woman card has to be revoked because I don't stand for certain fuck shit, then it is what it is. But every time you tune into this broadcast, you're going to get my honest opinion and assessment of whatever it is that I happen to be speaking about at the moment. Now, Tory, I believe that you were pushed. I believe that you were triggered. And you lost your damn temper. You had no right to take out a gun and do the shit that you did. So for that reason, you deserve the charges and the consequences for your actions. Maybe this will humble you and make you understand that you cannot go around pulling out weapons on people because they are saying things that may hit you to the core. It's not the proper way to handle shit. It's very simple. Kelsey, your ass ain't out the water either. I feel like you were done wrong by Megan, and I feel like you were done wrong by Tory. But I also feel like it's a possibility that you got so upset and in your feelings as well that you took out a gun on your best friend. Y'all betrayed each other. And even when you got your ass on that stand and try to recant your story, you took part in being disloyal. Though I do understand, but you know goddamn well that Tory shot that gun. I don't understand what was your agenda on getting up there wasting everybody's time and making a mockery of something very fucking serious. But whatever you tried to do, the shit did not work. And because of your antics, now people are still online dragging the fuck out of you and saying that you need to be next when it comes to charges. To wrap this up very quickly, guys, I don't think that we will ever fully know exactly what happened that night. I don't think we'll ever fully know the truth because all of their asses was lying. All of their asses hold some type of accountability in this fuck shit, this nigga shit, because that's just simply what the hell it was. But I will say that I wish all of them individually, I wish all of them healing. I hope that they all can one day recover from this and be able to finally go on with their lives. And that's my opinion on that, y'all. Will Megan Thee Stallion sue? As we were waiting for the conclusion of the Tory Lanez trial, Megan Thee Stallion's lawyer, Alex Spiro, actually put out a tweet saying that Megan was exploring different options to possibly sue a lot of bloggers who covered her story for putting out misinformation. And she named specific bloggers, which was DJ Academics, Milagro Grams of Mob Radio, Adam 22 of No Jumper, and also Jason Lee from Hollywood Unlocked, amongst others. And this is my opinion when it comes to that. I don't think that that would be a very smart idea. Now, granted, even though she is a celebrity like many celebrities, she is human. She has feelings. That is understood. However, you are a public figure. And when you are a public figure, there are going to be people who are going to come out and they are going to talk about you because you are what is trending. It will not always be something that you want to hear. Nobody wants to hear anybody talking shit about them, whether you're standing on the BET stage or you sitting in the motherfucking hood. We don't like to hear that shit, okay? But you cannot prevent it. So I don't think that it would be smart for her to try to sue these people because if anything, you're not going to do anything but add to the clout chasing that you claim they are doing. You're not going to do anything but make their stars brighter. These people all have very strong supportive followings, and that cannot be denied. And I think that one of the main issues is that a lot of these celebrities actually underestimate the power of these bloggers / YouTubers. They do. And another thing that I think is very unfortunate is the fact that these same artists will also have those within the media, especially the big media, the real journalists, as people like to call themselves, particularly the white ones. I don't see y'all threatening to sue them. I see y'all running to them when you want them to put out a story to fit your narrative. But even when they refuse to do so, I don't see none of y'all going to take legal paperwork to them. So keep the same energy for the black media because they do matter. And so I don't know exactly what she's going to do, but I don't think that it's going to be very lucrative for her because even if she do take some of them to court and she wins, when is she going to get her money? We see what the hell going on with Tasha K and Cardi B. Tasha still ain't paid Cardi and probably ain't going to pay her for a while. But we also know that regardless of whoever side you on, whether you felt like Cardi was justified or not, we also know that Tasha's popularity grew even more just by being connected to Cardi B. So they are connected for life. So to you celebrities out there, y'all might want to consider that. What may be a loss or you think is a loss to that blogger, that YouTuber, can actually propel them to levels that you never thought were possible. Think about it. All right, y'all. Up next, I'll be talking about Diddy and the book that he has been trying to stop from coming to the surface that's supposed to give all his tea. All right, y'all. So I want to let y'all know this is allegedly, because I ain't got time for Puff, Love Combs, whatever the hell he calling himself these days, to be trying to come after my ass. Okay, Puffy, go ahead and keep it cool. I done met you before. You was cool. Let that shit be. But anyway, I don't know whether you all have been hearing about the rumors of his baby mama, Kim Porter. This was his second baby mama, and Albie Shore's first baby mama. The fact that she was supposed to be writing a book, a tell-all book, in regards to her years with Puffy and all the bullshit that he put her through that the public was unaware of. People have also accused Diddy of having something to do with her passing. You know, Kim's passing was very quick. It was out of the blue. And people said that Kim lived a really great lifestyle. She always had a wonderful model-esque body. She took care of herself. She worked out. And so when she passed, everybody was like really surprised. But then there were rumors that laptops or files were taken out of her home. And that is what held the rough draft to what she was writing. Well, apparently, one of the maids got hold of it, or Kim was actually sending it to her because she feared that something like this would happen. And also, if you have been paying attention to Albie Shore, right after Kim died, was making cryptic posts, and I wish that I would have screenshotted them. But in one post, he actually did allude to the fact that him and Kim still had a great relationship, and that she also told him different things that she was going through, and that Diddy needed to be looked at in regards to her mysterious death. Okay, but he ended up taking down a lot of the posts, and then you know him, he just came out of a coma 2 months ago. He was very sick, and even the way he looked, his whole look has completely changed. Thank God he was able to survive, but people are also saying that Puffy had something to do with trying to take him out, okay? I do not know whether or not it is true, but these are the things that are being said, and I actually happen to have inside knowledge, believe it or not, of these things, and also the fact that the book that Puffy been trying to get rid of, or thought he had got rid of, the manuscript or whatever, that shit is on its way. It is actually on its way, and I am in the process of trying to secure a copy, okay, of at least a few chapters and stuff, all right? So when I do get that, I will definitely let you all know the tea and what it says, okay? But yeah, that is what's going on. So I don't know whether Puffy is aware, but Kim's book is coming, and I will definitely be here to hear all of the mess. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this episode of the Lioness Queen Experience, and I would like to thank you for your support. Please make sure to leave your comments. Also share with your friends this episode and future episodes to come. I am working on some really, really great content. I actually have 2 people that I am going to be working with on future episodes. We had to kind of like push things back due to the fact that it is the holiday season, but I cannot wait to have these conversations with these great people, and for you all to be able to hear what it is that we think about different things that are going on. But it is still the holiday. I want you to enjoy it. Have a great time, relax, and most of all, be grateful. Talk to you all later. Signing off.